Got a little helper. What are we making today?
Today we are making cinnamon chocolate fudge.
And it's perfect for the holidays. Very simple recipe. And she's going back to watch her movie. So what are the ingredients we're going to need for today's recipe?
We're going to need 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk, pure vanilla extract, ground cinnamon, Ghirardelli chocolate, 60% cacao. Did I say cinnamon?
Yeah.
Butter for the recipe, and then
unsalted butter.
Unsalted butter for the recipe, and then butter to butter the pan, and then some parchment paper.
Parchment paper is very important. If you don't have any, make sure you go out and buy that. We're actually making a way more than this recipe calls for because it's for Kaylin's work, some sort of contest she's doing.
It's not a contest.
Well, I think it's a contest.
It's a
cookie exchange. So we're gonna butter the pans. You can use a metal or glass pan. This is a Pyrex bowl, and that's the baby in the background. So long story short, how you butter these pans, you take a paper towel, and you...
Some people do it differently.
Some people do it different. This is the easiest way.
This is how I learned as a kid.
You stick it in the butter, like so. Get a good chunk on there, and you literally just rub it around the pan until it's coated. So the next step, we actually put the parchment paper in all the pans. So that's what we're doing right now. Make sure you get a piece of parchment paper that's actually a little bit longer than the pan you're putting it in. That way it overlaps and goes on the sides like so. So we're gonna go ahead and do that through all the pans, and we'll get on with the next step. Okay, so what we're gonna do right now, we're actually making like a double boiler essentially. This is we're gonna put water in here, boil the water, and this is gonna go in the boiling water, and the contents of the fudge is gonna go in here, so it's gonna melt it, and that way it doesn't burn the fudge that's in this part of the pan.
When I made fudge when I was like 16,
yeah,
they told me to use a microwave.
A microwave?
Like stir it regularly.
Well, that's old school. That's old school, woman. This is a new age fudge. I don't know if you can see how much water's in there, but it's about to that level right there. You don't need to fill it completely up, just enough to put this in so it coats the bottom. And yeah, so we're gonna let this come to a boil, and then we're gonna go ahead and get the mixtures mixed into the other pot.
Worst case scenario, this thing starts at 3, so you could just make it some more tomorrow.
I'd film tomorrow. At 1. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're actually gonna mix the condensed milk, the cinnamon, the vanilla, and the butter. Right now what we're doing is we're chopping the butter into 1 tablespoon increments. And because we're doubling this recipe up, it's actually gonna be 2 cans of milk, 6 tablespoons of butter, 4 teaspoons of cinnamon, and how much vanilla?
2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons of vanilla. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour this condensed milk in here, and it is really runny, so it's condensed, I guess. Let me go ahead and turn the camera off. I'm gonna squeegee it out, and we'll be right back. So we're gonna do the cinnamon as well. So yeah, 1 more of those. Okay, now I got 2 teaspoons of the vanilla extract. So to recap, we have 2 cans of condensed milk, 4 teaspoons of cinnamon, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And now we're going to put the 6 teaspoons of butter that are pieced into teaspoon slices. We're going to put those in here as well. Okay, so now we're just putting the butter in. Like I said, 1 tablespoon chunks at a time. And then do we mix this up now?
We have to put the chocolate in.
Ooh, the chocolate. Yeah, so we put 2 pounds or 1 pound of chocolate. 2 pounds of chocolate, so that's 32 ounces of chocolate. So that's 3 bags of chocolate, more or less. Each bag is about, what, 4 ounces? Oh man, you can smell it. Those little nibs. 60% cacao. Yum. Once you get everything in there, you want to stir it up real nice. Kind of fold it, and that's what Kaylin's doing right now. Let's go ahead and let them see what it looks like. I don't know if you can see down there, guys, but it's pretty dark. Here's his dark chocolate. Dad joke. So it's not simmering yet, so we're just going to wait a little bit longer, and then we're going to put that into that. Now that it's in the boiling water, so essentially this is a grate, so this is not touching the bottom of this pan, because the bottom of this pan is hitting the flame directly, so the water is boiling onto this, so this is not going to get burnt, because the hottest this can get is, I think, 212 degrees, if my math is correct. So that's what's going on. We're just going to occasionally mix it until the chocolate is completely melted. We're actually going to leave it in there for 6 to 8 minutes. So it's been 2 minutes. And this is what it looks like right now. So as you can see, the chocolate it's kind of melting, but it should take about, like I said, 6 to 8 minutes to melt completely. And that's what we're going for. I don't know if you can see in here, but this is kind of the texture you want. You want it to be like really smooth. You probably can't see the little steam, but it's real smooth. See how smooth that is? That's what you want it to look like. So we're going to go ahead and get on to the next step. So we'll be right back. The next step, we're actually going to take it out and we're going to pour it into one of the pans. I can't show you that because it's going to involve 2 people. To film it, we would need 3. So the next thing you're going to see is the fudge poured into the pan. You get a little bit poured in, then you kind of smear it onto the parchment paper like so. I would say probably maybe like a little over 1/4 of an inch thick. If you don't know how thick that is, get a ruler out. Okay, so this is the final verdict, I guess you'd say. Smooth it out and even it out as much as possible. Then we're going to put this into the fridge for 2 hours and we'll check right back. So 2 hours. Okay, now that the fudge has been in the fridge for 2 hours, we want to take a knife and heat it up in the hot water. I use the Insta-Hot, and then we're going to go ahead and cut this into pieces in the pan it's in. So we're going to go ahead and put this in thirds. That knife is really hot. Be smarter, use a pizza roller. Okay, now that it's all cut, we're going to go ahead and transfer it into a nice decorative tin. And our hands have been washed. This is what the thickness looks like roughly.
Oh, wow.
Not bad.
So I made a lot.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and put this in and we'll be right back. Okay, so there it is. That's how you make an easy fudge recipe. We're going to go ahead and get the rest of this cut up and put it in tins. But I'd say actual prep time was about 4 minutes. Cook time was between 8 to 10. And then actual fridge time was two hours. And then we put them in the freezer after we put them in tins. And then we are going to take them to different holiday parties. And like I said, Kaylin's work. So hope this video was enjoyable. If it was, I want you to like it, share, subscribe, and be on the lookout for way more cooking videos because we have a big surprise coming. So, Citizen for Life, peace, and you're welcome.